There is nothing like a 16 millimeter projector.
Yeah.
And back those days, that's what you showed out here. We brought film. So many people would show films, and you'd walk along the walk, and you could say, oh, they're playing whatever film. This one's playing this one. Well, this good friend, Bob Alston, he was a package designer for Seagram's, and he just loved making film. It was his just hobby. He loved making film, and he started to create. Wouldn't it be a lark to do a takeoff on Camille? Every time he was going to give a showing, he would always ask me to come, wherever it would be. Everyone seemed to enjoy them every time they would play. They were here, in the Grove, the Pines, every place. He even took Camille to Hollywood, to George Cukor. He heard about it. And he's fascinated. And he said, come out. And he took the film and he went out and showed them.
Do you remember any of the names of the people that were in the film?
I only remember one.
Yeah.
That's Dick DeBrown. He plays the doctor. The one who played Camille, he moved to Greece years ago. The thing I remember most about Bob was telling me about the filming as the interior. They were going to the opera, and there's 2 steps in the house, and they kept changing the pictures on the wall to look like they're going up a flight of stairs. And it worked just beautifully. Every time I look at it, that film, I would think of that and Bob telling that story. I don't think one person in that film has thought it would ever last, or no one would ever want to even think about it. You know, after it was made and shown, and we'd have forgotten. As Bob said, he says, you're the only one that cared. He says, I said, well, Bob, they were interesting. I mean, it's a period of something that you gathered and got together and put it all together, and you had fun. You know, not just serious, but fun. And I said, well, that's what it's all about. I have a history of it, but no one cared about writing it down, putting it down on paper, and who was who, and I always thought that was a shame. Mm-hmm. Always did. One thing about Bob, he never called me by name. I always thought that was unusual, that he would never call you by name. Bob was suffering from Alzheimer's, which we didn't know at that time. That was the early 60s. One day he was looking for me, and he says, I want to give you my films because you're the only one that seems to be shows any interest. When he was trying to find me, he was walking up and down. I lived on 2nd Avenue.
This was what year when he was?
That was in the 80s.
80s when these were handed over to you.
He'd walk up and down. He said, see, he couldn't remember. This Saturday, I happened to walk out and walk up the avenue, and there he was looking. And he says, and he treated it like, I was just thinking about you. I want to talk to you. Right then and there, I went with him. He gave me the films, and we carted them back to my place. And I was speechless. I don't think within a matter of 2 weeks, the man was lost. The films just sat in my closet. So I can't even put in words what is happening. I just bothered me to think these films are going to just sit there in that closet. For whatever reason, they're going to be saved. I mean, I always felt bad about it, that it's just sitting there.
Well, not anymore.
30 years.
Next season, we're going to have it digitized, and we hope to be able to show it in the community house. And of course, you would both to be guest of honors, and
All I want is
they make
Bob
you stand
to
up
be-
and clap, and
I'll tell you, I could cry because
yeah.
it was so wonderful. All that period, and you know, to see, I just thought it was going to be lost, and I'm so thrilled.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you.
We are too. Yeah.
Because he was wonderful, and he enjoyed that so much to show the film. Anyone who would want to see it, he was thrilled. He would go, sure, I'll bring it. And he was just, he loved what he did. At this age, I said, I'm glad I'm getting it done, that's for sure. So for him, for Bob. It's been so long since I've seen a copy. I just hope it is still as good as I remember it.